the long awaited for return of the PPKS. We've just come back from the range from enjoying this little guy and did our what's for dinner test, our full mag +1 and some groups. One thing that's a little bit different is this time you're going to get not just one but 3 opinions, as myself, Maddy AR, and BurgundyBomber all took some shots with it and then give our opinion. Why would you be interested in that, you might ask? Well, because we're 3 different people with 3 different hand sizes, 3 different experiences, and 3 different interests. So the way I see it, that gives you a more well-rounded opinion and experience base to go off of when asking what we thought about these. I'm going to finish cleaning this beauty up. It's rather dirty after all the rounds, and roll in the footage and let you take a look, and then afterwards I'll give you my opinion on shooting this thing. Starting things off with a PPKS new production with, of course, our full mag +1 using Winchester White Box 95 grain. And the reset on this little guy is insane, so I'm hoping to be able to do some impressive speed while we see how this gun runs. I decocked it after the +1, then the full 7-rounder in there. First shot will be on double action and the rest single action. No issues, and lock back. So what's for dinner in 380 ranges from 60 grain all the way up to 102 grain, which if you think about it percentage wise is quite a difference. We've got a variety of different hollow points, of course our steel cased and aluminum cased ammo, FMJs, pointy ones, round ones, all kinds of stuff. Let's see how the PPKS, developed long before most of these bullet designs,
runs with them. All right, target number 1, we're using Inceptor 60 grain. All right, target number 2, we're using Liberty Ammunition, Civil Defense 50 grain. Target number 3, we're using Colt Solid Copper Hollow Point 80 grain.
Was that an unexpected second shot?
Yep.
That happens.
All right, target number 4, we're using Hornady Critical Defense 90 grain. All right, target number 5, we're using Tool Ammo Steel Case 91 grain. Laser, aluminum 95 grain. S&B 92 grain.
Arm score, full metal jacket, 95 grain. PPU, 94 grain ammunition. Remington Ultimate Defense, 102 grain.
I like snappier. Was it snappier?
Oh, it's 102 grain, so.
Now 5 shots from 5 yards using Winchester White Box 95 grain.
All right, so 3 things that I liked about the gun. This is very small, fits in my hand nicely, very lightweight, but obviously still has enough weight to it, so the recoil isn't extreme. Gonna be super easy to conceal. Gonna fit in pretty much any kind of little pocket or hold or holster that you can fit underneath your regular clothing. 380 is a caliber that I absolutely love, and aside from it coming back and making some nice little marks on my between my thumb and finger, it's not super snappy and it's not hard to shoot.
All right, so I am a huge fan of Walther. I've always had one for one of my personal carries. I do love 380s, and I love the way my hand fits around the gun. I do wish that the grip length was just a little bit longer. I do have larger hands and longer fingers for a female. Trigger was short and light. During one of my rounds for What's for Dinner, I did end up shooting off a second round unintentionally, so that's something that I would have to focus on in the future to prevent. There is no slide release, so you do have to rack it from the top. I typically like to use the slide release, just a little bit more easier and efficient. But overall, I love the gun. It's lightweight, easy to use, and great for concealed carry.
Man, this gun is beautiful. I know some of you prefer the blue look. I love the stainless. I just think it's gorgeous. And it really lets you see the machining marks, etc. So you saw What's for Dinner. I was really curious about What's for Dinner because so many folks had talked about with their older versions of these that they had issues with hollow points. We didn't seem to have any issue with hollow points of, well, really a wide variety of loads. Gun ran great all the time. Can shoot very tightly. These sights are much finer than what most of us are used to, and so it takes a little bit of experience and knowledge to shoot well with it. The trigger on this thing is just impeccable. That reset is very short and subtle, and then it breaks again immediately with no extra travel. So that's where both Maddy AR and BurgundyBomber had their surprise second shot with them. But with a little bit of time and experience, you don't have those issues anymore. As far as the bite from the beaver tail that a lot of people talked about on the tabletop video, yes, not exactly comfortable by modern standards, but keep in mind this is a reproduction of a classic. It's not meant to be the latest greatest. It's meant to be a revival of a historical gun that so many of us have an affinity for. I also know that the machining, the edges on my gun, this exact piece here, are a little bit sharper than they will be on the final production ones. This was a pre-production that we had the honor of getting to shoot, so I'm not going to hold that against them. Did not feel any cuts or anything from these edges, but I certainly did feel the way that beaver tail kind of pushes in a way that just we're not accustomed to with some of the modern guns. I'm still royally impressed with this thing. Shoots very well, beautiful classic looks, and as you saw, any concerns of hollow points or ammo pickiness should be put to bed right away. Thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts on this guy. I know a lot of people wanted the blued. I like the stainless. I think it's prettier.